What's the pettiest reason a sibling ever gave for skipping your wedding? My brother Grant called me 3 days before my wedding and said, "I'm not coming. You picked a Saturday and Saturdays are my gym days." I laughed because I thought he was joking. He wasn't. "I've got a leg session at 10 a.m. and a chest session at 2. I'm not throwing off my whole split for a party." I said, "It's not a party, it's my wedding." He said, "Same energy," and hung up. I called back twice. He sent it to voicemail. Then he texted, "Send me a slice of cake. Don't make it a thing." So I didn't make it a thing. I told my fiancée Dana, and she just held my hand and said, "His loss." I decided to let it go. The wedding was beautiful. Grant wasn't there. Nobody asked where he was because everyone in my family already knew how Grant was. But my mother kept checking her phone during the reception, and around 8 p.m. she pulled me aside near the coat check. "Have you looked at Grant's page tonight?" she asked. I hadn't. She turned her phone toward me. He'd posted photos, not of the gym, of a beach, palm trees, a rented villa, a girl I didn't recognize holding a champagne flute. The caption said, "Nothing beats going where you're actually wanted." Timestamp that afternoon. During my ceremony. "He flew out this morning," my mother said. "He told me he was too busy for the wedding, then flew to Cabo with money he said he didn't have." I stood there holding her phone. Grant had been unemployed for 8 months. Every family dinner he told us he was broke, borrowing from mom, behind on rent. She'd given him almost $9,000 over the past half year to get back on his feet. And here he was, feet very much on a beach, toasting the camera. I scrolled. There were more photos. A jet ski, a steak dinner, and in one of them, tagged in the background on a lounge chair, a receipt folder from the resort was sitting open on the table, and I could read the letterhead. It was the resort my parents had booked for their 30th anniversary. The trip my mother had been planning for a year. The reservation was under her name. I zoomed in. It was her confirmation number. He'd used her account, her saved card, her booking, and canceled her anniversary trip to take himself and a stranger instead. That's why he couldn't afford the wedding. He'd been spending mom's money the whole time, and this weekend he cashed out the biggest piece. I didn't say anything at the reception. I didn't want to ruin the night. But the next morning I called the resort myself from mom's phone, on speaker, with her sitting beside me. "Hi, I'm calling about a reservation under my name that I did not authorize," she said. "There's a charge for a villa and a second guest I never approved." The resort pulled it up. The booking had been made from mom's account, but changed to Grant's name at check-in, and the card on file was hers. "Ma'am," the agent said, "would you like to dispute the charges as fraudulent? We can also flag the guest and involve local authorities, since the payment method doesn't match the guest's ID." My mother looked at me. I nodded. "Yes," she said, "all of it." They froze the room charges mid-stay. Grant called mom 4 hours later, furious, saying his card had been declined at the restaurant and the front desk was asking him to leave. "Mom, fix this. I'm stranded. They're kicking me out." She put him on speaker so I could hear. "Grant," she said, "I canceled the trip you stole from me. You'll need to find your own way home. Maybe the girl in the photos can help. She looked like she was actually wanted." He started yelling. Mom hung up. Then she opened her banking app, and one by one, she screenshotted every transfer she'd sent him over 8 months, $9,000, and emailed the whole file to the resort's fraud department, CCing the police report number the agent had given her. He'd skipped my wedding because a Saturday was his gym day. He forgot the one thing about our mother that everyone in the family knew. She never missed leg day either.